What's going on, guys? Cappers Nation Live Thursday edition coming to you from the Aria Resort and Casino. How is that audio, everybody? Hopefully you guys could all hear me just fine. Let's hear how the audio is, and then we'll get started in the program. How's the audio, everybody? Hopefully everybody's having a great Thursday. I know I am. Alex, I appreciate it. It is, the lighting here is horrible. We are here. Hopefully, good. Audio straight. Excellent, excellent. We're not using an external microphone for this one. If the feed is bad, if the audio is choppy, please do let me know. We do have another avenue. The Aria was kind enough to provide us a direct internet connection, so we're not hooked up to Wi-Fi. So hopefully their internet is able to hold the feed, and if not, we'll do our best to accommodate. We may have to, if it gets spotty, we'll have to log off and log back on another audio source. But you know how it is at the casinos. A lot of meetings yesterday and today. Meetings over at the South Point, meetings here at the Aria yesterday and today. It's been a very, very busy day. Baba Booey, daughter's birthday party was great on Sunday. Absolutely great. I appreciate you asking. As you can see, we got the Vidara right behind us. We got the Palms Place right behind us on the other side. We got the Strip right over there. Some mountains right behind us. It is beautiful in Las Vegas. Actually, I want to see if I close this sheer, maybe it'll provide better lighting for everybody. Drapes. Let's see here. You gotta love the high tech of the Vegas casinos. Give that a second. See if this audio, that light coming in is absolutely horrendous. There we go. That's a little bit better. Brian, I think I don't think it was Vegas. I think it was Thousand Oaks, California. You talking about the shooting at 12 people in the bar? If there's something else in Vegas, then I wasn't. I've been locked up here at the Aria all day long. Crank this AC down just a notch or two. Get it rolling. All right, guys, welcome Cappers Nation Live Thursday edition. First time we've actually been able to film on location somewhere where apparently we're going to have decent internet. So this is Karen, I'm actually not staying in a hotel. Nicole over at the Aria, who's my casino host, was nice enough, gracious enough to provide us a suite here to conduct business and conduct meetings, because we actually have clients and industry representatives that are staying here. So we're just in a business suite conducting meetings all day. So no, not being a tourist, not staying in at the Aria. I go home every single night, contrary to what you and people want to believe. So, oh yeah, Brian, yeah, Thousand Oaks, California. But anyways, regardless of why I'm in the Aria or why I was at the South Point yesterday, I know we're betting and we're making some money. We got some plays going off today. Got a premium play already rolling. College basketball. Updating some stuff here. Let's see. That way I can see some scores. George Washington over Siena so far, 3-0. Game just started. Tom, welcome to the show. Everybody, welcome to the show. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome. college football starting in 20 minutes. Good evening, Russ. Crypto, absolutely. George Washington's going to knock down that first winner for us. Justin, welcome to the show, bud. We are actually live in the Aria Casino if you guys are here. I know one of our clients, William Heights, here in town. We were supposed to hook up last night. I ended up driving my wife back to the house. Hopefully we'll be able to hook up tonight, go have some drinks. Let's see, read some of these comments. Perfect. All right, let's get. Losing my screen here. I actually like filming much better in my office. It's much nicer in the office. It's easier. A lot more control over things. All right, guys. Alex, where's Derek at? Derek doesn't usually tune in to all the live shows. Although he did text me some huge tickets yesterday. Give me 1 second. Then we're going to jump into the breakdowns and start making everybody some money. Paul from Australia, welcome. Yeah, Brian, Ohio absolutely choked last night. What a disaster. What a disaster Ohio was. I know it cost me a lot of money. Speaking of that, it was our free play yesterday. We did have Ohio. I bet it. I actually betted on the money line as well as the points. And I lost big. Absolutely. And, it is what it is. And actually not big for my standards, but anytime you bet cash, a favorite on the money line, you're laying a little more. I laid minus 220. And, I wasn't going to show this until later. But yeah, Karen, I had a 5-team parlay. And the only one that missed was Ohio on the money line. And speaking of that, everybody knows I'm one of a few services that actually bet the games. Not many out there. I'd call them the competition, but they're not. But, a lot of people don't bet the games. For whatever reason, they're afraid to bet their own games. Or maybe they are not as successful as they want to claim to be. Whatever the case may be. But I bet every single game we put out here. And here's yesterday's bet for everybody, for the whole world to see. Here's yesterday's disaster on Ohio. I actually bet it right at the casino window. So here you guys go. Enjoy this quick little video. And then we're going to start breaking down the game, starting first with the college football.
103 money line.
Okay.
To win 2,000.
Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Can you accept this picture? Yeah. Oh, well, I'm going there now. Right there where the TNT, yeah.
Sorry, I had to give her your card. Sorry, run that
There it
through.
is.
She still has your card. Just give me one moment. Make
No
sure
problem.
that's what
Yep.
you want. Would you like some beverage tickets?
I don't know.
Sure, might as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, we're back. Alex, ticket writers always seem to be lost. They always act lost. There's a couple good ones. They're not used to seeing big bets. Contrary, the average bettors, betting 500 to 1,000 a game or less here. And what did Karen say? Why did she disappear from the window? That was why the lady disappeared from the window so long. She left to get approval. Anytime you bet over a certain dollar amount on a game, you have to get the sportsbook director's approval. When I bet, they ask for approval. Nah, Kyle, that was just a small consensus play. But, I mean, to win 2K on the money line at minus 220, it hurts. But, all the ticket writers will usually help you out. Doesn't matter if it's South Point here, across the street at Planet Hollywood, wherever. They all act lost, though. I was at South Point yesterday. Yes, Newman is starting quarterback for Wake Forest. We're going to go over that one here shortly. Read some of these comments. What was it? Who was it that said something? So if they don't bet their own picks, does that mean the Capitals would make either? What's going on, Brian? No, the people that don't bet their plays, you got to ask yourself why. Why don't they bet their own plays? If they're going to give you games, better damn well be betting them, because if not, they must not have any confidence in them. Guys, first of all, if you're new to the program, welcome to Cappers Nation Live. We're getting ready to start breaking down some college football, the NFL game, NBA game for later today, and some games later in the week. But if you don't follow me on Twitter, you absolutely should. Post free plays on Twitter all the time. Here's a direct link to my Twitter account. Follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. You guys can see copies of tickets. You guys can see that I actually did a $10,000 cash out from 5 Dimes, which is my fun money account where I bet a bunch of parlays, teasers, and have a grand old time over there. And have a blast. Derek, welcome, buddy. I see you here, buddy. I got to tell you, 5 Dimes, 32 hours, I received a $10,000 Bitcoin payout 32 hours after I initiated it. And I initiated it, with all due respect to them, at 2:30 in the morning Pacific time. And I had it at 10 this morning. So, pretty damn good. Alexio, we have a lot of free plays coming. You got to be patient. Dak, no, we didn't give out George Washington as a free play. It's part of our premium program. Mike, not mad at all. I love doing what I do. Alexa, where am I staying? I'm staying at my house, but currently we've been having meetings all day long at the Aria today. And then going into another meeting as soon as we're done filming this show. Cappers Nation is expanding, and a lot of big things to come. Trey, welcome, buddy. Yes, 5 Dimes has reduced juice as well. Chido, what's going on, buddy? All right, guys, let's get that first game day breakdown, college football. For everybody that's just tuning in, welcome to Cappers Nation Live Thursday edition, where we break down all things sports. Abbreviated program today. We're down at the Aria, filming live. If you guys haven't already done so, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified every single time we put out a video or we go live. All right, guys, bottom right-hand corner of the video, you'll see a white little box, Cappers Direct logo. Just hover your mouse over it. Pops up a small little box. Click that subscribe button. You'll be good to go. How does it feel to be affiliated with a real capper that bet big cake on these raggedy-ass games? What's going on, Derek? Karen, I don't do any bonuses on 5 Dimes. Don't even know what the bonuses are. No, I don't play the reduced juice. Nah, Derek's not a hater. He used to actually be our number one hater. He used to hate on us hardcore. Mike, I did. I gave you a shout out a long time ago, buddy. I even replied back and said, repeated what you said. All right, guys, let's jump right into the game day breakdowns, and then we're going to go over some other stuff. Wake Forest facing off against number 14, NC State. Game starts here in just a few minutes, 10 minutes to be exact. NC State opened up as a 15-point favorite, now up to 19. Total opened up at 66.5, up to 68.5. It's all good, Mike. You're all good, buddy. Yeah, we're going to have NFL here shortly. Nope, Dr. Cards, haven't gone over the NFL game yet. Wake Forest sitting 4-5 straight up, 2-7 against the spread. NC State 6-2 straight up, 4-4 against the spread. NC State is 13-2 on the under their last 15 games while playing on Thursdays. A lot of under action. NC State is on a 5-0 straight up and 5-0 ATS run when hosting Wake Forest. When they're playing in North Carolina, they're 5-0 straight up and 5-0 against the spread. They faced off guys last year, November 18th, almost a year ago. Wake Forest beat them 30-24. Number 14, NC State, guys, is back on track. And the Wolfpack, they've got a clear path towards a strong finish to the regular season. In the ACC, guys, they've got games remaining against Louisville and North Carolina the last 2 weeks. Wake Forest, guys, on the other hand, they're in danger of falling off the side for good as it hits Tobacco Road, guys, in a must-win situation tonight. Wake Forest has got an uphill battle today against an NC State team. Last week, NC State snapped a 2-game losing streak with a huge win over Florida State. They went 47-28 last week. They played fast. They played very aggressive if you watch that game. And those are the reasons why they're back on track. They're feeling good. They're confident going into tonight's matchup against Wake Forest. Now, as somebody already pointed out, Wake Forest is going to be starting a redshirt sophomore, Jamie Newman, at quarterback. He's already seen action in 2 games so far this season, completing 7 of 15 passes. He's got 75 yards and 1 interception. Wake Forest, guys, they're going to have a tough night defending the run. Last week, the NC State Wolfpack, guys, they got back speedy running back Ricky Person. He had 3 rushing touchdowns last week against Florida State. Him alongside running back Reggie Gillespie. They're going to have the ground game going for NC State, no doubt about it tonight. No doubt about it. Wake Forest averaging 32.3 points per game. NC State on offense put down 32.5 points per game. The Wake Forest defense has been giving up just under 38 points per game. The NC State defense has been limiting teams to 25.5 points per game. Wake Forest on offense, guys, averaging 229 yards in the air. Keep in mind that number is based off of a different starting quarterback. As we said, Newman will be starting for Wake Forest tonight. They're averaging 226 yards rushing per game, whereas the Wolfpack guys on offense averaging 323 yards in the air, 134 on the ground rushing the ball. I look to see that number increase this week, especially with the second game back of their speedy little running back. Wake Forest guys on defense has been giving up 273 yards in the air and 221 to opposing teams running the ball. Whereas NC State's been giving up 306 yards in the air and only 92 on the ground rushing. I see a lot of scoring going on in this game that starts here in just 5 minutes. As far as a side, I don't know. Let me see what... reading some of these comments real quick. And we got to lean on it. I don't have an official free play on this game. I don't really like the game myself. About the only thing that I do like is I like the over. I like the over 68.5. I see a lot of points being scored today. I see points being put up by both teams today. Now let me read through some of these comments. Yeah, it says... as Justin said, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Guys, if you haven't already done subscribe, make sure you subscribe. Also, give us a thumbs up, give us a like in the video. Let us know that you appreciate all the hard work we do to put in. Reading some of these comments. Wake Forest has no depth on chart, terrible D, and a third-string quarterback. You tell me. I like the over on the game, guys. Other than that, no opinion on the game. Now, everybody, the feed is still good. Feed's still going strong. now that the sun is going down. Vin, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the show. You got my text message, I see. Alrighty. Let's jump straight into the NFL game. Panthers and the Steelers. Heinz Field, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That game starts in 50 minutes, guys. Thank you, Vin. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a hell of a week so far. Been a great week. John, what's the money line mean? A money line bet is when you're betting on the team just to win the game outright. And if they're an underdog, you're getting plus money. If they're a favorite, you're laying extra money. Of course, Antonio Brown is starting tonight. Antonio Brown will be starting tonight regardless of a 100-mile-an-hour speeding ticket. He was cited, not arrested and booked. He was just cited with a ticket for reckless driving. No big deal. Just another day. Karen, we have lighting in the studio. Both my parents work in the studio business. Actually, my mom's retired now. Justin, absolutely, I'd be flying in it too. I'd be flying in it too. We weren't planning on filming here today for the live show. I was already planning on being back at the office. But we have another meeting in an hour and a half, so rather than run back to the office, film, and come all the way back, just decided to do it right here. Hopefully, as the sunset goes down, I don't turn black on the camera and you guys can see. Hopefully. If it's all right, you guys don't need to see my ugly mug. All that matters is we put money in your pocket. And that's exactly what we're going to continue to do. Karen, what do you do in the film industry? Yeah, as Russ just said, come on, guys and gals. 106, 107 watching. Only 17 thumbs up. You're a videographer? Nice. My dad's a Teamster. My dad's a driver. And my mother retired after working at contract services for years. All right, guys and gals, let's jump right into the NFL action. Panthers versus Steelers game. Opened up at 7. A little bit ago, it was at 3.5. Big drop in the line. Let's double check that line right before kickoff. Let's see where it's at right now. Still sitting at 3.5. It was actually at even money this morning. It's back up to minus $1.10. As Crypto just said, love it, love it. Yep, we're just now on the Panthers and Steelers game. Over and under opened up at 50. Was at 51 a little bit ago. It's up to, it's still at 51. 51 MGM, 51 here at the Aria, 51 at the Wynn, 51 CG Technologies. Stations bumped it up to 51.5. William, you're correct about your text message, bud. Of course. Of course. No experience with them, Justin. Just 5 dimes. I was just showing that they paid. I was just showing that they paid. That is all. People want to know where they can go get a $10K payout and have it in a day. Yeah, Alex, only the juice moved on that line. Yeah, Sienna having a good first half starting right now. Yes, thank you, everybody, as Russ just said. All right, guys. Panthers sitting 6-2 straight up, 5-3 against the spread. Steelers 5-2-1 straight up, 5-3 against the spread. Carolina 33-17 against the spread. Their last 50 games against decent scoring teams, averaging 24 points per game or more. The Steelers guys just 2-9 against the spread. Their last 3 years at home against decent teams, outscoring opponents by more than 3 points per game. All right, Carolina's 14-1 on the over on the road against prolific scoring teams, averaging 27 points per game or more. Head-to-head trends. Now, these teams haven't played in what seems like quite a while, 3 years, 4 years. But Pittsburgh has absolutely owned Carolina, dating back the last 6 times they've played. Pittsburgh is 5-1 straight up and 6-0 against the spread. One of those matchups, guys, where one team has heavily dominated the other. The over has gone 4-1 in their last 5 meetings. Historically, high-scoring games, and the Steelers coming out on top. Steelers coming out on top most of the time, as well as covered in the spread, all but one. I don't even have the game on, but I guess I could probably turn it on. Pretty sure we got some television on this tablet here. Let's see. I'm going to have to turn the volume down. I have to figure that out once it comes on, but we'll worry about that later. All right, guys. The Steelers, guys, they entered this week's matchup against Cam Newton and the Panthers, riding a 4-game win streak with wins against the Ravens, the Browns, the Bengals, the Falcons. The Panthers, guys, on the other hand, are riding a 3-game win streak over the Buccaneers, the Ravens, and the Eagles. See, now I got the game on the TV. This week's Thursday Night Football matchup, guys, features 2 of the NFL's hottest teams entering Week 10. The Steelers, guys, they're still without Le'Veon Bell, who sent out some cryptic, upside-down, backwards tweets yesterday, telling everybody to basically, from what I read, stop worrying about his life and worry about your own, and the reason why he does things. They're out without Le'Veon Bell, but, you know, that really hasn't mattered. They've got running back James Conner, who now ranks 2nd in the league with 706 rushing yards. Guys, the Steelers' offense has been clicking on every single level, in the air, on the ground, the last 4 weeks straight, putting up a combined 125 points over the last 4 games. The Steelers' defense has been limiting teams. They've 72 points they've allowed over the last 4 games as well. So they're still giving up numbers. They're just not giving up the huge numbers like they were earlier in the year. Cam Newton, guys, he's been picking up the pace the last few weeks, and now what does he have? 1,893 passing yards, 15 touchdowns on only 4 interceptions. The 3-game win streak started when they made that huge fourth quarter comeback to rally from 17 points down to beat the Eagles 21-17 with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. We were on the bad side of that game. I do remember that. That was a bad Sunday. We were on the wrong side of that game. Eagles were dancing at halftime, and Cam Newton absolutely came out that second half, and primarily, actually, all the third quarter is when they got all the points and absolutely punished them. Panthers offense averaging 27.5 points per game, whereas the Steelers have been averaging 28.4 points per game on offense over the last 9 weeks. Panthers defense has been limiting teams to just 22.5 points per game. Steelers been giving up just 1 point more than that on average at 23.5 points. The Panthers offense, guys, have been averaging 228 yards in the air, 144 on the ground. The Steelers have been airing it out, 314 passing yards on average over the last 9 games, with 102 on the ground with James Conner running the ball. Panthers defense has been limiting teams at 251 yards in the air, 94 on the ground. Steelers defense limiting teams at 258 yards in the air and 90 rushing. I do have a nice little lean on this game. I do like the Steelers minus 3.5. I like it even better on the money line. And as Crypto just said, there's some teams that show up when they're on the big stage. And the Steelers and Big Ben are one of them. And they come up to sorry, I was reading comments. They come to play on big game days, and as Crypto just said, they're 13-1 on primetime when they're on center stage. Adrian Holmes, do I like the over? I would lean towards the over, but the over scares me in this game. I can see a big defensive scoring game in this one. I mean, a big defensive game. Both teams are capable of shutting down the other one, but both quarterbacks are absolutely on fire lately. Absolutely on fire. And Silver Fox, absolutely, they don't need Le'Veon Bell. Imagine if they had him, though. If they had the threat of both running backs. It'd be lights out if they had both backs. All right, guys, going to jump right into some college football. So back to college football. Again, thank you to everybody for tuning in before we get started. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bottom right-hand corner of the video, you'll see the Cappers Direct logo. Hover your mouse on it, click it, pops up a small little box. Click that subscribe button. If you're on your phone or your tablet, just turn it sideways like this, scroll up, and hit that subscribe button, all right? A big thank you and a big shout-out to Nicole at the Aria, who's actually my casino host, who put us up in this beautiful suite. I wish I was staying here, but unfortunately I got my house 30 minutes away down in Boulder City, so I'll go back to the house. But for putting us up here, that way we can conduct meetings all day yesterday and all day today. Yes, it is true. Cappers Nation, the show is expanding. It is getting larger by the week. And our reach is going to be a lot farther very, very soon. We got some huge, huge things in the works that we can't discuss as of yet, but they are coming. And I have to tell you, they are absolutely awesome. A lot of big things coming, a lot of big things in the works. One thing is that's going to be true. The haters are going to hate. They always will. They'll continue talking their shit. They always will. And it is what it is. And that's all good. But before we jump into the rest of the college football breakdown, then we got some NFL to break down. We got an NBA free play. We got some leans for the rest of the week. Before we do that, we're going to discuss some of the specials going on over at Cappers Direct for everybody that's not on our premium plays. As of right now, we're running a combo package with our premium plays and our NHL package. Our NHL package is normally $5.99 by itself. We did win yesterday. Hopefully today's game does win. But we've got NHL today, and we've got some big premium plays today. But what we've got going on is you get one full week of our premium plays, and you also get one full week of our NHL hockey package. Nice combo package for $2.99. We're not the cheapest of services, but just remember, our premium plays are normally $1,000 a week, $3,000 a month. Okay, so you get a nice combo package, a week of premium plays, week of the NHL hockey package for $2.99. Also, we just brought back our all-time sale for the month of our premium plays, where you can get our premium plays discounted for an entire month for $999. Normally $3,000 a month. And as long as you keep your account open and active, you can keep that $999 every single month price. You can cancel at any time. You know, it is set up on automatic billing, but you can cancel at any time by texting me, emailing, or in your user profile just by clicking the cancel button. It's super, super easy. But $9.99 a month. You know, it's less than $250 a week, guys, to have access to the best games that we actually bet. We bet big. And you guys want to bet alongside people that are actually betting the games for thousands of dollars? Here you are. Here's your opportunity. Also, we announced we're bringing back our college football total package. It starts Saturday. It's already on the website. You can already get on board for our college football totals package. What it is, you get 10 college football totals spread out roughly the last, roughly 2 weeks. We guarantee you a minimum winning 7 out of 10. If you don't win 7 out of 10, we'll give you one full month of our premium plays absolutely free, $3,000 value. I'll tell you this, we've done this 4 years in a row. We have met our guarantee all 4 years, with the worst being 8 out of 10. And both times, actually, the first time we went 8 out of 10, we gave out 3 extra, and then all 3 won. And then last year we won the first 9 out of 10. We lost a 10, and we didn't want to leave everybody with the 10th game being a loser, so we ended up giving two extra games free, and we won both those and went 11 out of 12. So, yep, Alex, it's a great deal. Hell, even hitting 7 out of 10 is a good deal. For some reason, we went 6 out, and even if we did go 6, even if we didn't hit our guarantee, say we went 6 out of 10, you get a free month of premium plays, and we still more than likely will have extra totals games to get everybody above the winning percentage to make sure we don't ever let anybody not make money on a big package, especially our totals package. But we've hit it the last 4 years in a row. This is the 5th year. So it'll be a good time. That starts on Saturday, guys. Look for more information later in the week. It's on the website. You can already get on board whenever you guys want. Go to cappersdirect.com. Click on that premium play tab. Matter of fact, I'll post a link directly to it. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you're missing out on free plays, extra free plays that I don't put out here in the videos. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. That way you guys could benefit from all the extra plays. Oh, yeah, Mike, it's we're not going to give you 10 games at once. We're not going to give you 10 games in a day or 10 games at once. It's one game at a time. There may be a day where you've got 2 or 3 games on a Saturday, but it's spread out over the course of a week and a half to 2.5 weeks. So it's spread out. But we're not going to just give you guys 10 games and load you guys up all in one shot. Bam. Here's 10 games. Have at it. Nah. As Bill Height just said, give us a thumbs up, give us a like in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to put in. For all of our East Coasters, I will be on the East Coast. Alex, you got to not log out, but you got to back out of the live chat, and then you'll see the thumbs up button. For all our East Coasters, I will be on the East Coast later this week. I will be in New York. Yep. Kyle's headed to the East Coast. We got a meeting there. I'm not going to be there very long. In and out, but we've got a meeting. High-level meeting. It's going to be a fun time. You never know. I may stay the extra day. Go see my good buddy Joe up there. What am I doing in New York? Business meeting. Holy jeez, Brian. 20 to 40 games a day. I think I need another refill on that Jack and Coke. The audio's trippy. I do apologize. No, Karen, absolutely not. And they're not in New York. Well, actually, yeah, he is in New York. Upstate New York. Fort Drum. Army base in Fort Drum. Right? Hey, Ernest, welcome to the show, buddy. Glad to have you. Brad, will Houston win today? Kyle, will Houston win today? I do like Houston today. I don't know if they cover the spread, though. Yeah, Brian, that would be huge. That's a lot of games. Absolutely, William. Absolutely, I just got your text. Well, it was a Jack and Coke, James, but it's a little watered down now. When we go to commercial break, I'm going to run over to the mini bar and snag one. Only because Nicole here at the ARIA said we can make ourselves welcome to the mini bar while we're here, so might as well take advantage. Uh-oh. Oh, there's the live feed. Was Jack and Coke, now it's ice, yeah. It's ice with a little bit of spit at the bottom. Oh, Mike, you're from Harlem? Nice. All right, guys. Let's continue on. I'm going to post a link to my Twitter account. Because if you guys aren't following me, you absolutely should. Glad you guys like the lighting of the show. Getting lucky here with a beautiful night in the background with the Vidara in the background. Whoop, whoop. Everything's so touchy on this laptop. All right. So, guys, make sure you guys get on board one of our premium play packages. Start making your guys' self some easy money. Premium plays have been red hot. We did go 1-1 yesterday, which, you know, I don't mind 1-1. You're going to have a bad day, I don't mind going 1-1. All right. Now, back to college football. Tomorrow night, guys, number 23, Fresno State, facing off against Boise State. Huge game in the Mountain West. Alberton Stadium, Boise, Idaho, on that ugly blue turf. 10:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 on the West Coast. Will be televised live on ESPN2. Fresno State opened up as a 2.5-point favorite where they sit currently. Total opened up at 54. It's down a half a point to 53.5. Fresno State 8-1 straight up. 8-1 against the spread. Boise State 7-2 straight up. 4-1 against the spread. Boise State has got the job done. However, they're not covering the spread. See what happens tomorrow night. See what happens with that one. Fresno State 19-3-1 against the spread. Their last 23 games with head coach Jeff Tedford. Boise State is 0-10 against the spread at home against mistake-free offenses, averaging less than 1.4 turnovers per game. Sorry, I had to turn up the backlight on this laptop. I was squinting. It was getting darker, and so was the screen. Fresno State, guys, 10-0 on the under. Their last 10 road games with head coach Jeff Tedford. Absolute shutdown team as far as scoring goes. Head-to-head trends. Underdogs are 1-4 straight up, but 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 meetings. You guys might see some of the helicopters flying by. One of our clients is actually an instructor for Maverick helicopter schools out here, so he might be flying around. Sorry, reading. Last year, guys. Last year, they faced off twice. Regular season matchup. Fresno State beat them at home, 28-17. And then, in the conference championship game, Boise State on that ugly-ass blue turf beat Fresno State 17-14. Right? Number 23, Fresno State, 19-3-1, as I said, with head coach Jeff Tedford. They're 8-1 straight up, 8-1 against the spread. They head to Boise State to take on the 7-1 Mustangs, all right? The Fresno State Bulldogs are coming off an easy victory last week, beating our home team, the Running Rebels, where they absolutely routed and massacred. I mean, it was a straight massacre of UNLV. They beat them 48-3. We weren't even a speed bump. I wish our football program was a little bit better. Was a lot better. These two teams, guys, they met last year, as I was saying, in the conference championship. And, guys, this game just may be a prelude to what is to come in the season finale. A few weeks prior, to their conference championship last year, as I said, Fresno State got the job done at home. text message. Guys, Boise State sitting a game behind Utah State. This is a must-win game for them. In the Mountain Division, they need a big win this week. They need a big win tomorrow. And they've got Utah State at the end of the year for them. Thanksgiving Day, actually. Thanksgiving Day matchup. Fresno State quarterback Marcus McMarion, however you pronounce his name, 9th in college football in passing efficiency with a 165.4 rating. All right, he's thrown for 2,416 yards, 20 touchdowns on the year with only 3 interceptions. He's also ran for 7 rushing touchdowns as well. He's had multi-touchdown games his last 6 games straight. Now, the Bulldogs, they also get it done on defense as well. They are ranked first in all of college football with a scoring defense that has scored 5 touchdowns on defense. All right, the Fresno State Bulldogs on defense have scored 5 times. Boise State, guys, their quarterback, Brett Ripon, he's ranked 14th in passing efficiency with a 159.3 rating. He's thrown for just under 2,800 yards, 2,779 yards. He's got 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the year. 2 high-scoring offenses, 2 teams that love to air out the ball, all right, and whose quarterbacks are extremely efficient. But the Broncos, guys, they're second in the Mountain West and 20th, ranked 20th in college football in total offense with an average of 468.7 yards per game, 318 of those 468 coming by passing. Oop, give me 1 second, guys. Later tonight, or tomorrow. All right, we're back. All right, now where were we? We got more Jack delivered. It's going to be a good day. All right, reading some of these comments. Bill, you got 300 on Pitt and the over at the Mirage. Nice, buddy. Yeah, Westbrook, we knew he was going to be out. They've listed him as probable for most of the day, but we were told he was out earlier. Let me go through some of these comments. I got it on. I see the score is 3-0 NC State, but I don't know if, it's still early. Still early for them to turn it on. Yeah, Alex, nope, not drowning in the sorrows. I don't know what that was that just flying across the sky. I don't even... All right, guys. Thank you, William. Yeah, the lighting is, it's absolutely beautiful. The sun's just going down here in Las Vegas, and we've got a great view. We're actually in talks to conduct all of our shows live from the casinos. James, did you see that? Whatever it was streaking through the sky? Area 51 is not far off. I don't know. It could have been a reflection off the TV, off the window. I don't know. Brian, maybe they'll come out of the locker room sometime. So much for all that scoring, huh? NC State, -2 rushing yards. Baba Booey, maybe Space Force. It's that Jack creeping up. Nah, I actually had one before we, actually it was with my lunch. We actually ate a late lunch in here. Could be just the Jack. Chido, the haters. Comments are great, guys. All right, guys, let's keep going with the program. Fresno State averaging 40.4 points per game scored, where the Boise State offense has been averaging just under that at 38 points per game. Fresno State defense has been giving up 12.3 points per game, limiting teams to under 2 touchdown average. The Boise State defense averaging 23.7 points per game given up. Fresno State offense has been put up 281 yards in the air, 151 on the ground. The Boise State offense averaging 319 in the air, 150 on the ground. Fresno State has been limiting teams to 180 passing yards, 129 on the ground, whereas Boise State has been limiting teams to 234 in the air and 128 running the ball. Tomorrow night, I see a lot of scoring. As of right now, I'm not going to make this a free official play. We need to discuss this as a whole at the company before we make an official free play. But as of right now, guys, got to lane on this game. Like the over 53.5. I do like the over 53.5 as of right now. Crypto, any halftime Twitter plays tonight? Not sure just yet. I mean, if one happens, it'll happen, but I'm not too sure. You never know. I might put out one for this game. I don't like to put out any halftime bets if I'm not actually watching the games to see what's going on. I see a few of you guys that are tuning in just followed me on Twitter. Thank you. By doing that, you guys are on your way to even more free winning plays because I post them there all the time. You might not want them on my third Jack and Coke. Now, my halftime bets with the Jack and Coke are much like my dart throwing capability. They get better the more I drink. NC State up for another field goal. 6-0 NC State. They're slowly but surely getting that total up there, right? Just like our driving gets better. Only if you're driving in reverse, right? Keep drinking and give us your free plays. It's possible. It's possible. All right, next on the game day breakdown. College football on Saturday. But before we get there, we've got a quick 40-second break. And I can't confirm nor deny I'll be back with a fresh topped-off cocktail. We'll see you guys in 40 seconds. Just sat down in the nick of time. We're getting a little low on ice, but we don't need ice. Glad to be back. Right in the mini bar. All right, guys and gals. Let me get back to the other screen. That way we can get back to the game day breakdowns. Oh, Justin. Alex, I might just make that executive decision. You never know, it's possible. No, Alex, I got a little, we got a little, bunch of little mini bottles of Jack. I had about enough time to dump one in with a little bit of Coke. And there was like 3 ice cubes left. How much for just my personal plays? I've actually been asked that quite a bit lately. I don't charge for them, but I don't give them out either. Adam, I like Captain, but any spiced rum gives me such bad heartburn that the only way for me to get rid of it is I feel like I'm having a heart attack, and the only way to get rid of it is to go up Chuck in the restroom. Alex, no, we're actually having a dinner meeting, believe it or not, with the people that we're meeting. And it's actually catered up here in the room, so we'll actually have a big bottle. I'm sure there'll be a few. Pitt -3.5 over Carolina. Coyview, I like Pittsburgh. Crypto, they do. You see some of them that I put on Twitter. Water purifies the soul. My soul's in check. All right, guys and gals, let's get this show on the road. TCU and West Virginia. Everybody knows West Virginia was our pick to win the Big 12 as far as our big futures bet. And it's looking good. It's looking juicy and juicier. Game 137-138. The Mountaineers opened up as a 14.5-point favorite. I absolutely love it. That line is down to 11.5 now. Total opened up at 56, currently sits at 56. TCU on the brink of disaster, sitting 4-5 straight up, 1-7-1 against the spread. Then you've got West Virginia, 7-1 West Virginia, straight up 6-2 against the spread. Some top team trends. TCU is 10-2-1 against the spread. Their last 13 games as an underdog of 10 points or more. West Virginia just 2-8 the last 3 years. Revenging a loss. All right, guys, they're 2-8 against the spread when revenging a loss. They did lose last year to TCU in Texas, 31-24. Believe it or not, TCU 11-1 on the under the last 3 years after a conference straight-up win. Now, in the head-to-head trends between these two teams, the last 4 games have gone under, all right? Dating back to 2014, they've played every year. The games have gone under the total the last 4 years straight, all right? Read some of these comments. Is BetOnline legit? I've never bet at BetOnline. The only thing that I can tell you is I've had payouts from 5 dimes. I don't ever recommend a book. You got to do what's best for you. Anybody that recommends a book and gives you an affiliate referral code, they're trying to make money when you lose. They get a bonus every time you lose. So be careful. I don't ever recommend a book. Do your own due diligence and do what's best for you as far as signing up for a book. But I can tell you this, I posted a copy of my payout from 5 dimes. Now the comments. Are the plays you give out on Twitter like the second half plays, your personal plays? Because I always look at your Twitter during games. Made some nice money. First of all, thank you, Adam, for tuning into my Twitter account. Yes, the plays that I post on Twitter are my personal plays. The second half bets are all my personal plays. As a company, we don't do any second half bets with Cappers Direct. We don't do any first half, second half in-game wagering. That's all me, all my own. Crypto Steelers wearing blackout uniforms tonight. That'll give them the edge. You know, with college football, it just takes one touchdown to get that scoring party started. We've seen it so many times. See what happens. I personally stayed off that game. I've got no dog in that fight. I don't have 1 red cent on that game. I didn't like it. I didn't like any aspect of it, to be honest. Not enough to even put $100 on. All right, back to TCU and West Virginia. Put the cocktail down and get some information out to you guys. TCU heads to Morgantown to face the 9th-ranked Mountaineers. While ranked 7th in the AP Top 25, they're actually 9th in the College Playoff Committee rankings. West Virginia arguably has one of the toughest schedules to finish out the Big 12 against TCU this weekend, Oklahoma State next weekend, and then Oklahoma on Thanksgiving Day to close out the regular season. West Virginia coming off a huge win last week over Texas. beating them 42-41. Sorry, after Will Grier threw a 33-yard touchdown pass with 16 seconds to go. Rather than kick an extra point, take it to overtime, they went for a 2-point conversion, and they converted with Will Grier scrambling to the outside for that big win. So hats off to West Virginia. They're keeping our playoff hopes alive, as well as Big 12 championship winners, as they are one of our future bets to win the Big 12. West Virginia guys, their only loss of the year came to Iowa State, where they were beat on the road 30-14. If West Virginia wins out and then wins their conference game, which will most likely be against Oklahoma, sounds easy, right? But not so fast. But if they do, they'll be in that Final Four. They'll be in that Final Four for the playoffs. TCU offense averaging 26.6 points scored per game, where the West Virginia offense, led by Will Grier, who at one time in the beginning of the season was a Heisman candidate until that disaster of a game against Iowa. West Virginia averaging 40.1 points scored per game. The TCU defense, guys, have been limiting teams to just 23.7 points per game, whereas the West Virginia defense has been giving up just over a touchdown, averaging 22.2 points per game. The TCU offense averaging 239 yards in the air, 154 on the ground. The West Virginia offense averaging 333 yards in the air, 158 on the ground. The TCU defense has been limiting teams to 191 passing yards per game and only 144 yards rushing. Limiting teams on defense, however, they just not converting with wins, sitting at 4-5 on the year. West Virginia defense has been limiting teams at 234 passing yards and 137 on the ground game. All right, guys, early lean, you want a free official play on this game, ask me Saturday. It may even be a big premium play. We'll see. Still a lot of time between now and Saturday for things to happen. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards West Virginia, laying the 11.5 as of right now. I was just reading something. I actually seen something. I was just checking Twitter. I seen something that was just posted that said, how well are the Patriots pre-bye week, the week before their bye week? They've won 9 straight games, and they're 8-1 against the spread before their bye. Some impressive numbers right there. Logan likes TCU. JSN, Pittsburgh or Carolina? I like Pittsburgh. We gave out a lean on the Steelers as well. I like them on the money line more than I do anywhere else. Our local Golden Knights on the road against Ottawa, leading 2-0 at the end of the first period. Coincidentally enough, we gave out the over 5.5 in that game, so hopefully they pick up that scoring pace in the second period and put a couple more pucks in the back of the net. Remember, guys, follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle, where I post copies of betting tickets, all kinds of crazy shit, as well as free plays all the time. So I just posted a link in the comments to my personal Twitter account. Make sure you guys follow me at CapNationKyle. Also, make sure you give Cappers Direct a follow on Twitter as well. And they're at Cappers Direct LV for Las Vegas. You know, actually, I spend quite a bit of time here at the REI. I'm here all the time, believe it or not, except most people don't see me here because I'm here in the wee hours of the morning. I roll up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and do my work. How about that stiff arm by Wake Forest? Wow. I do my work when a lot of people aren't around. I do a lot of my research when a lot of people aren't in the books. And to me personally, I like it. It benefits me and, my style and my attitude. Reading the comments here. Thank you, Ty. I do appreciate that. I try and stay active on Twitter. More so when I'm sitting at my desk, or if I'm at home and I'm watching a game or I got something up. I like to tweet and stay active and entertain people, as well as put money in everybody's pocket. I try to, anyways. Matter of fact, let's post something on Twitter while we're at it, all right? Oh, that ain't gonna work. You guys don't want to see a giant table. There we go. That's ugly. I'm ugly. There we go. Just posted something on Twitter with nothing. Gonna get a lot of people's hearts up thinking that we're posting a free play. But yeah, guys, we post a lot of stuff on Twitter. Russ, yes, how about those Saints? Picking up Dez. No, Adam, I don't have to flex. I flex my muscle down at the sports book. Or at the craps table. If you know what I mean. You gotta have muscles to flex, right? What do I think about Clemson and Boston College? Clemson is unstoppable. NBA. Looking like it's going to be at least another week, guys, before we debut an NBA fade list. Same thing with the NHL. We're very, very, very close with the NHL. We've actually been refining it. We've got it internally and in-house. But we're yet to release it. When we do, I can assure you it'll be on point. Same thing with the NHL. We're very, very, very close with the NHL. Whoa. And this is what it looks like when you guys follow or you watch live on Twitter or Periscope. Here I am browsing Twitter while talking to you guys, and I see our live feed pop up on the Cappers Direct channel. William, I got you, man. I'm just playing. But I do appreciate that text message. And you are true. They do have the best-looking ones. Absolutely. But another week before we debut the NHL fade list. But I assure you it's going to be just as good as our big fade list was in Major League Baseball. And everybody knows how good that list was. All right, I do have a basketball game for you guys tonight and an official free play. Milwaukee Bucks facing off against the Golden State Warriors. Oracle Arena. Game starts in 2 hours, guys. Throwing my phone around. Game 7:07 and 7:08. Bucks sitting 8-2 straight up. Warriors 10-1 against the spread. Line on that game opened up at 6. It was at 5.5 earlier. Let me double check where it's at while we are filming. Excuse me. Down to 5.5 where we like to see it. where we gave it out and where we see it now currently. All right. Golden State riding an 8-game win streak. Last time they played last season, March of last season, end of March, the Bucks won 116-107. Golden State enters today's game ranked first with the best field goal percentage in the NBA at 51.9%. Milwaukee, on the other hand, guys, they lead the NBA in 3-point field goals. All right, as well as first in the NBA in rebounds. Two offensive teams, guys, who are ranked 1 and 2 with a true shooting percentage. Guys, it's going to be I look forward to it. I think it's going to be an explosive offensive game, and both teams are capable of knocking down bucket after bucket after bucket, and I look forward to seeing what happens. The Bucks would definitely like to demonstrate that they can be a challenger for Golden State come June and try and stop them from a three-peat, which we all know is not going to happen. Both teams, guys, sit atop their conference with the Warriors 10-1, riding an 8-game win streak. The Bucks are 8-2. They've lost two of their last 3 games after winning 7 straight to start the season. I do love this free play. It is a smaller consensus play, but I absolutely love it. Golden State minus 5.5. A lot of the smaller spreads, Golden State's been able to blow out and take teams to the house in that fourth quarter. I would definitely not bet Golden State that first half. They have definitely been a team that stays in it in the first half, and then they battle back that third quarter, and then the fourth quarter, it's usually lights out. It's usually the Steph show in the fourth quarter for the Golden State Warriors. So free play, Golden State Warriors, minus 5.5. Thank you, Ty, for posting that update. I'm not watching the screen. I actually have the college game on. I'd have to use that funky iPad thing to try and figure out where the NFL game is on their TV. Now, college basketball, guys. College basketball. We've only played college basketball 3 games so far. We gave out our 4th game today. We're 3-0 in college basketball to start the year. We don't give out a lot to start. As the season progresses, we will see more college basketball internally come from the company. Let's see, looking at some scores. Connecticut up 6, 15-22 to go. Notre Dame up 17 with a big number, laying a big number. George Washington down by 2, 6 minutes to go. We gave out our 4th college basketball play today. As the season progresses, like I said, we'll start giving more betting insight and information on college hoops during our Thursday night shows. But I do want to caution all you guys, okay? For the first handful of games, you're going to see some subpar teams laying huge numbers. 20, 30-point spreads to start the season. I definitely want to caution you guys and don't get caught with your pants down. All right? Don't get caught with your pants down on a subpar team laying a huge number. It happens the first week and a half of college basketball every single year. I watch a lot of you guys lose a ton of money on your own because you see a certain team and you think that they should absolutely be lights out. So be careful. Oh, Alex, there's going to be scoring in that game. That game's got the making to see 80 points scored. I personally don't think it'll get that way, but it has the making for it. And I have Christian McCaffrey on my fantasy team. So, no complaints there. It's a big money fantasy team, and I need a big week this week. So, there's that one. Big Ben will rally his team. Early game. Back to the NFL. Another game day breakdown for Sunday. Pretty sure it'll happen, James. Game just starting. Look at that low scoring NC State Wake Forest game, 6-3. Love it. Washington Redskins facing off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ryan Fitzpatrick is back starting again. Raymond James Stadium, Tampa, Florida. 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Sunday. Buccaneers opened up as a pick'em. They are now favored by 3 at home against the Redskins, who are absolutely banged up, and we're going to go over that here shortly. Game 257, 258. Alex Smith and the Redskins sitting 5-3 straight up. 5-3 against the spread. The Buccaneers are the exact opposite. 3-5 straight up, 3-5 against the spread. Some top team trends. Redskins 11-4 against the spread their last 15 games after a straight up loss. All right, guys. Tampa Bay is 2-13 against the spread their last 15 games at home against opportunistic teams with a turnover differential of better than plus .65 turnovers a game. Tampa Bay 7-0 on the over with starting quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick. High-scoring Tampa Bay with Fitzpatrick at the helm, leading the way. The favorites, guys, in the head-to-head matchups, 5-3 straight up, just 1-5 against the spread the last 6 meetings. Favorites have covered the spread just 1 time out of the last 6 meetings. Redskins, guys, they entered last week riding a 3-game win streak, and they had a firm grip on first place in the NFC East. Just a few days later, guys, things are a very different viewpoint entering this Sunday's matchup against Tampa Bay. Yes, the Redskins are still atop and in first place in the NFC East. And last week's massacre to the Falcons, where they lost 38-14, they lost 3 key starters to season-ending injuries. They lost guards Shane Lavao and Brandon Scherzo as well. Also, without Pro Bowl left tackle Trent Williams and right tackle Morgan Moses, who's dealing with a sprained knee. Guys, the Redskins could be without 4 key starters on their offensive line alone. All right, and it's looking like it's going to be that way for the next 4 weeks. And those were 4 key players on the offensive line that are one of the reasons why the Redskins have been the 10th ranked running team in the league, averaging 121.9 yards per game behind reborn running back Adrian Peterson. People keep saying he's done, and he keeps producing numbers. Although last week against the Falcons, guys, he was limited to 17 yards on 9 carries in their loss to the Falcons. And as you guys just said, Juju Smith, touchdown for 75 yards. Not going to lie, I wish it was Antonio Brown. Peterson, guys, as I said, was limited to just 9 carries last week. The Buccaneers are allowing a league-high 34.4 points per game. And part, guys, is their 15 turnover ratio. All right? Sorry, a negative 15 turnover ratio on the year, which is also the worst in the NFL. Tampa Bay has not created a turnover on defense in the last 5 games. The Bucs have gone back to quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick after Jameis Winston threw 10 interceptions and 3.5 games since returning from a 3-game suspension to start the season. Fitzpatrick, guys, no doubt about it, he's got a lot of outside weapons to throw the ball to, and he's consistently rallied his team. One key matchup that is going to be fun to watch with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans squaring up against the Washington Redskins corner Josh Norman. Evans, guys, he's got 47 catches on the year, 786 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Look to see that big marquee matchup, offense versus defense right there. Redskins averaging just 20 points scored per game. Buccaneers averaging 20.5. The Redskins defense has been giving up 28.8 points per game, where the Buccaneers defense have been giving up 34.4 points per game. Redskins on offense averaging 220 yards in the air, 122 on the ground. The Bucs offense have been averaging 357 in the air and only 90 on the ground. All right. The Redskins on defense have been giving up 254 yards in the air, 89 rushing, where the Buccaneers have been giving up 307 yards passing, 107 on the ground. Little lean on this game, but I do see it possibly changing depending on where the line goes and how the line moves between now and Sunday. As of right now, lean on the Bucs minus the 3. I think the Washington offensive line is banged up. Tampa Bay is going to be able to get Sorry, I'm reading comments. The Tampa Bay defensive line guys are definitely going to be able to get to Alex Smith this game, and I think they'll be able to limit how much Adrian Peterson's going to be able to do and how effective he'll be. But I do see the Sharps getting in on the action, and a nice sharp buyback on that line. I can see the Sharps getting on the Redskins later in the week, dropping that line back to 2.5, possibly 2, and which will make it even more attractive. But if that line gets any higher, I definitely, myself personally, probably stay away from it. Just because Washington's been a fairly consistent and decent team. As you guys all just said, pick 6 by the Steelers defense. No, not flexing, stretching, cracking my knuckles. Excellent. NC State winning 6-3. I'm looking at my Twitter. I did get a... somebody just sent me a message. Jay Jones. You know, it did. The picture, turns out it's kind of trippy pick. It is. A lot of things going on. It's crazy. The TV in the background of the picture I posted on Twitter is actually over there, but it's reflecting off the window with the Vidara in the background. We got a picture right there showing up, and my ugly mug right here. Uh-oh, pass interference on Wake Forest. Guys, make sure you follow me on Twitter. That way, when I do post free plays, which are my personal plays, you guys will be able to take advantage of those as well. With that being said, guys, short, abbreviated show today. We're going to end it about 20 minutes early. We've got a big meeting in 15 minutes because we are taking Cappers Nation. We're taking the show to the next level, and I could not be more excited to host it, and a lot of big changes in the works. Ty, yes, it's time for another Jack and Coke. Guys, I just posted a link to the premium plays. Don't forget, guys, you can get on board our premium plays. Get 1 full week of our premium plays as well as 1 full week of our NHL hockey package for just $2.99. You can get 1 full month of our premium plays on sale for $9.99. Normally $1,000 a week, $3,000 a month. So for less than the cost of a week, you can get an entire month. And don't forget our big 10-game college football totals package that starts this Saturday. You do not want to miss it. Thank you, Karen. Mostly signing contracts. All our meetings were held yesterday and earlier today. Look at that. Notre Dame blowing out Chicago State. They were laying 30 just in the second half alone. Outscoring Chicago State 39-13 like it should have been. George Washington lost 69-61. All right, guys and gals, thank you everybody for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Remember, we'll be back live Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, where we break down all things college football, get you guys on a bunch of free plays, free leans, and all that information you need to be a more successful sports bettor. All right, guys, thank you everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to jump on board one of our premium play packages. I promise you won't be disappointed. Catch me on Twitter. We'll have another video out either later tonight or early tomorrow morning with another free play winner for everybody. Good luck to everybody betting on the Warriors. Let's make that money. All right, guys and gals, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button on the way out. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit that thumbs up. We do greatly appreciate it. And we will talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys for all thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys later.